Good evening, saints. Matthew 24:12 tells us clearly that because of the increase of sin, the love of many will grow cold. And surely we can all attest to that. Basically, when you go out, up and about your daily lives on the highways and byways of life, increasingly you get the awareness that people don't really care. And that's because of the increase of sin in our hearts, the increase of selfishness, covetousness, just all manner of evil. Things done that are unseen to us, things done behind closed doors, and even things done in the open. We can see that. And many people have really grown nonchalant about everything. It's not my business. I don't care. As long as it doesn't happen to me. It's not my family. It's not my children. Um, it's really sad. And, you know, my take on that is who will stand up? Who will stand up for Christ? Who will defend his name, his work at Calvary for us? He died so we can have life. He sacrificed. Who will sacrifice? Won't anybody? Are we all so scared or just bewildered as to what's happening around us? How can we turn away? We owe it to ourselves out of gratitude and love for Him, His sacrifice. We owe it to our children, the people around us that we love. Who will stand up? Who will be brave? Who will be bold? I challenge each of you to really think carefully about the things we do and say, how we act, really take a moment to examine ourselves, you know, what is our faith? What do we believe in? There's so many beliefs out there. There's so many things to latch onto. And why is that? That's because we have no foundation. We have no anchor. We have no grounding. We don't know what to believe. Many are losing hope. We've placed so much hope in man, in the government, in our politicians, people who we elect. We're blaming everything on our president, on the lawmakers, but aren't we all responsible? Isn't the government, we the people, we elect them? So why are we now at their mercy? Who will stand up? We're all citizens of this country. We all have a say. We're taxpayers. I mean, this is our money. That we need to become better stewards. It needs to start, and every one of us can start doing things every day. Start making little changes. How we spend our money, how we spend our time. Examine the things we're doing. I mean, why are we doing them? We're doing it because we're compelled to, we're being forced, or everybody's doing it. We're so tired. Why? Because we're overextending ourselves. We're doing things we shouldn't be doing. Are we praying? Are we taking time out to really pray and ask God for guidance? Um, I am a coach to the saints, so that means that my focus is on believers or people who allegedly claim to be children of God. So that means that my duty as your servant is to remind each of you that we have a responsibility. When we said yes to Christ and gave Him our word that we belong to Him, we're thankful for His sacrifice for us. We have a responsibility. Salvation is free for us because it's a gift, it's a free gift given to us. We did nothing to deserve it. However, we have a responsibility to God to live holy lives and to our fellow man, to encourage one another to do that same thing. We were given a command in Matthew 28:18-20 to go make disciples, meaning reproduce ourselves after our own kind. Are we doing that? If we're not, we're in big trouble. We're more than our careers. We're more than our jobs. We're more than how much money we make, how much houses we have, cars we have, our position in life. We're more than that. At the end of the day, we're people. We feel, we hurt, we get lonely, um, confused, uncertain, scared of dying. That's another issue. That's another topic. Dying, death, and dying. I'll get into that another time, but I want to focus on living. Um, Life in Christ is so wonderful. If we allow the many lessons that we encounter because of our disobedience at times, our self-doubt, these lessons can help us to grow, to become believers, stronger in our faith and more mature in our spiritual walk. So I challenge each of you today to take a good look at yourselves. Examine your lifestyle. What are you doing? Or what are you not doing enough of? Who are we aiming to please? God or man? We can please both. So I want to thank you again for allowing me to come into your homes and for taking the time to listening to me and watching this video again. Very informal setting. I just got back home and I'm comfortable. I don't have on a collar. I don't have on a robe, but I am clothed in righteousness. See, we have to be so careful with how we look at people, and this, sadly, in our society, we stereotype so much. We look at people, the color of someone's skin, the clothes they're wearing, how they sound. It's not about that. What matters is the words that are coming from my mouth, and it's words of love for you. I took this time out to speak to all of you today because I care. I care about each of you. I care about your lives. I care about your families. I care about this world that God created for us to live in. And we deserve to have a better life. We deserve to have life and have it more abundantly. John 10:10. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to seeing you again. God bless. Goodbye for now, friend.